Creating a low-maintenance garden, tips for busy novice gardeners. Hey there, fellow plant enthusiasts. Are you tired of your garden taking up all of your precious time and energy? Do you dream of a lush, thriving garden without all the hassle? Well, you are in luck because we have the ultimate guide for creating a low-maintenance garden, perfect for busy novice gardeners like yourself. Busting the myth. Gardening does not have to be a full-time job now, I know what you are thinking. But gardening is so complicated and time-consuming. I do not have the green thumb for that. Well, fear not, my friends. We are here to help you every step of the way, from choosing the right plants to implementing simple and effective gardening techniques. Let us address the elephant in the room, the common misconception that gardening is difficult and time-consuming. Sure, it can be if you let it. But with the right tips and tricks, you can create a beautiful garden that practically takes care of itself. So, grab your gardening gloves and let us get started. The right plants. Choosing the perfect green companions. First things first, choose the right plants for your low-maintenance garden. Opt for native plants that are well suited to your climate and soil conditions. These plants are more resilient and require less care, making them a perfect choice for busy gardeners. Plus, they attract local wildlife and contribute to the overall health of your garden ecosystem. Win-win. Native plants are like the superheroes of the plant world. They have evolved over centuries to thrive in the local climate, meaning they can handle whatever Mother Nature throws at them. Whether it is scorching summers, frigid winters, or the occasional drought, native plants are up to the challenge. Plus, they are like catnip for bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. You will have a buzzing, fluttering, and flapping garden party without lifting a finger. But do not just stop at native plants. There are also plenty of hardy, low-maintenance perennials and shrubs that are perfect for a busy gardener. Think of plants like lavender, which not only smells heavenly but also thrives on neglect, or ornamental grasses, which sway gracefully in the breeze and require almost no care at all. Designing your low-maintenance garden, simplicity is key now. Let us talk about design. Keep it simple, my friends. Create defined beds and pathways to make maintenance a breeze. Mulch your beds to help retain moisture and suppress weeds. And do not forget to add some hardscaping elements, like rocks or stepping stones, to add visual interest and reduce the need for constant weeding. When it comes to garden design, less is more. We are not trying to recreate the hanging gardens of Babylon here, though if you can pull that off, more power to you. The goal is to create a garden that is easy to care for and looks great with minimal effort. Defined beds are like the secret sauce of low-maintenance gardening. By creating clear boundaries between your garden beds and the rest of your yard, you can keep weeds at bay and make it easier to maintain your plants. Plus, it just looks so darn neat and tidy. Mulch is your new best friend. Not only does it help retain moisture, meaning you will not have to water as often, but it also suppresses weeds and keeps your soil nice and cool. And let us be honest, who does not love a good, mulchy garden bed? It is like a cozy blanket for your plants. And do not forget about hardscaping. Adding a few rocks, stepping stones, or even a small garden statue can add visual interest to your garden without adding any extra maintenance. Plus, it gives you a great excuse to go rock hunting, which is basically like a grown-up treasure hunt. Win-win. Watering made easy. Efficient systems for lazy gardeners. Next up, watering. Watering can be a chore, especially in the hot summer months. Invest in a soaker hose or drip irrigation system to water your garden efficiently and effectively. These systems deliver water directly to the roots of your plants, reducing water waste and saving you time and energy. Plus, you can set a timer and let the system do the work for you. How cool is that? Watering is one of those things that seems simple, but can quickly become a major time suck. You start out with good intentions, hauling out the hose every day to give your plants a drink. But before you know it, you are spending more time watering your garden than enjoying it. That is where soaker hoses and drip irrigation systems come in. Soaker hoses are like the lazy gardener's dream come true. You lay them out in your garden beds, hook them up to your water source, and voila! Your plants get watered without you having to lift a finger. Drip irrigation systems are a bit more involved to set up, but once they are in place, they are even more efficient, delivering water directly to the roots of your plants. And the best part? You can set a timer on your system so that your garden gets watered automatically. Imagine waking up in the morning to find that your garden has been watered while you were still snuggled up in bed. It is like magic. Pest control. Keeping the unwanted visitors at bay now, let us talk about pesky pests and diseases. No one wants to deal with aphids or powdery mildew, am I right? Preventive measures are key here. Choose disease-resistant plants, rotate your crops, and practice good garden hygiene to keep pests and diseases at bay. And if all else fails, there are plenty of environmentally friendly pest control options available to help you out. Pests are like the annoying neighbors of the plant world. They show up uninvited, make a mess of things, and refuse to leave. But just like with your human neighbors, a little bit of prevention can go a long way. Choosing disease-resistant plants is like building a fence around your garden. It keeps the bad guys out and makes your life a whole lot easier. Crop rotation is another great trick. By moving your plants around each year, you can keep pests from getting too comfortable. And let us not forget about good garden hygiene. Keeping your garden clean and tidy is like locking the doors and windows before you go to bed. It keeps the pests out and your plants safe. But if you do end up with a pest problem, do not worry. There are plenty of eco-friendly pest control options out there that will take care of the problem without harming your plants or the environment. Low-maintenance lawn care. Yes, it is possible. A low-maintenance garden does not have to stop at your flower beds. You can have a low-maintenance lawn too. Say goodbye to the days of endless mowing, watering, and fertilizing, and hello to a lawn that practically takes care of itself. One of the best ways to reduce the maintenance of your lawn is to choose the right type of grass. Some grasses are naturally low maintenance, requiring less water, fertilizer, and mowing. For example, buffalo grass and zoysia grass are both great options for a low-maintenance lawn. Another trick is to let your lawn grow a little longer. Not only does this reduce the frequency of mowing, but it also helps the grass retain moisture, meaning you will not have to water as often. And if you really want to cut down on lawn care, consider replacing some of your grass with ground cover plants like clover or creeping thyme. These plants are low maintenance, drought tolerant, and look great too. Pruning and deadheading. The secret to a tidy garden: regular maintenance is essential for a healthy garden, but it does not have to be a full-time job. Set aside a little time each week to weed, prune, and deadhead your plants. Keep an eye out for any signs of trouble and address them promptly. And do not forget to feed your plants with a slow-release fertilizer to keep them happy and thriving. Pruning and deadheading are like giving your garden a little TLC. By removing spent flowers and trimming back overgrown branches, you can keep your garden looking neat and tidy without a lot of effort. Plus, it helps your plants stay healthy and encourages more blooms, and who does not love more flowers? Deadheading is especially important for flowering plants. By removing spent blooms, you are telling the plant to keep producing more flowers instead of putting its energy into making seeds. It is like a never-ending flower party in your garden. And when it comes to fertilizing, less is more. A slow-release fertilizer will give your plants the nutrients they need over a long period of time, meaning you do not have to worry about feeding them as often. Plus, it reduces the risk of over-fertilizing, which can be harmful to your plants. Mulching magic. The secret to a low-maintenance garden mulch is the unsung hero of the gardening world. It is like a superhero cape for your plants, protecting them from the harsh elements and helping them thrive with minimal effort on your part. Mulching your garden beds is one of the easiest and most effective ways to reduce maintenance and keep your garden looking its best. Mulch helps retain moisture in the soil, meaning you will not have to water as often. It also suppresses weeds, so you will spend less time pulling them out by the roots. And as the mulch breaks down, it adds organic matter to the soil, improving its texture and fertility. But not all mulch is created equal. Organic mulches like wood chips, straw, and compost are great for adding nutrients to the soil, but they do break down over time and will need to be replenished. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel Garden Pros for more gardening tips and tricks. Like, share, and comment on this video to let us know how your low-maintenance garden is coming along. Happy gardening, friends!